Hello, welcome to the Your Thought Consultancy again. So, in the today's topic, we are going to discuss about the verification and the validation. It's a subset of QA and QC as we have discussed in the previous session as well. That the QC and the QA difference and how those are working. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about the verification and the validation with different example and different aspect. So moving forward, here is my introduction, and I have 15-year experience in the software testing field, and I've also delivered a lot of talks internationally and domestically, and I have also touched different domains like the fintech, healthcare, e-commerce, telco, logistic, and I'm also working as a consultant with different organizations. You can reach out to me through these gadgets if you have any question and query after this session. So the today's topic that we are going to discuss about the verification and the validation. So what is verification? Verification is a process to evaluate work product, document design, and code to determine if they meet a specific requirement to at each development phase. So it is as similar to the QA as I've already said that it's a part of QA and QC. So what is the objective? It's aimed to ensure that the software is built according to the design specification which we have got from our end user customer. So the example, reviewing the design document, perform the code inspection, and conducting the static analysis. From the static testing, it's belong from the verification part to ensure the compliance with the standards to achieve the quality. So in simple word that we are dealing with some document to see that we are on track, and we the requirement which we are going to develop is perfectly aligned with the given requirement which we have got from the customer, or the you can say the client. So then the validation is a process to evaluate the final product which we have in our hand. After the development, determine whether it's meet the intended use and requirement. That means that it's aligned with the requirement which we have got and captured in the verification requirement and the design document, and see that the impact and the stability of that product which we have developed according to the standard, it's according to the standard or not. If I check it's check if the core software behaves as expected in the real world environment or not. So and objective, it's aimed to ensure that the right product has been built. So in the verification part, the objective is that to see that the product and the design, the product which we are going to build, that according to the design or not. So in this case, we have product in our hand, and now we are checking that the product which we have built is according to the given requirement or design or not. So example, conducting user acceptance testing, that is directly and purely belong from the validation side. So to verify the software meets the customers and the end users need and the requirement. So moving forward, here I have listed down and charted some of the aspect for you guys where we can see that how the verification and the validation work with different thing in different phases, as an aspect like we have already discussed in the past session for the QA and QC. So in the definition, so evaluating the work product to ensure that they meet requirement, simply that focus on the meeting the requirement or not. Then the evaluating the final product which after the development in our hand we are seeking and looking for the meet and the customer satisfaction in that. So it's called the validation and verification. And now the example, reviewing the specification and the design document. If we are doing this, so it means that we are doing the verification of the verification of the project and the product. And if we are doing any type of testing, or we are doing the user acceptance testing, it means that we are doing the validation. So we talk about responsibility. Rest all of the aspect we can you can skim through yourself and get back to me if you have any question. It's same like the QA and QC. So the typically involve the developer, tester, and the project managers. The verification is dealing and based on the stakeholder, and if I talk about the validation, is purely based on the tester and the end users. So and the example, so developing developers ensure the code meets the designer specification which we have decided for that or not. And the validation part, QA testing team is seeking and seeing that the testing by doing the testing on the product. And so that's how the verification and the validation is going on. And as we have discussed in the last session with the login example, that if we are talking about and we are considering about the password should be strong and strengthened and cannot allow to unauthorized people easily to jump in your site. So it's when we are making some standards and you can say they're defining some approaches and testing types, so it's lie those things lie under the QA and verification. And when we talk about the execution of decided designs, rules, and the standard, so those these things are lie under the QC and the validation. So for today we are done. If you have any question, to let me ask in the comment section. For now, today we are done with our session. And if you have any question, so get back to us. So and we will come with some new topic in the coming days and see that how the software testing impacting the floor of industry with the with the with the business